Card evolutions are here, and they're in CRL this month, so I invited 4 top pros to have a mini tournament to see how they impact duel mode. Here we are for our grand finals, best of 3 sets of duel mode. Lucas, Mohamed Light, let's go. Here we go for our championship. Friends, competitors, memed to each other. Mohamed Light, Lucas, let's go. The first of 3 sets. Potentially 3 sets. Let's see what happens. So we've been seeing drill barbs a lot so far in this little competition of ours. We'll see if that's the direction Lucas is going in. Lots of pressure here early. And snowball delivery from Mohamed Light, very interesting. So this might once again be that drill Magic Archer Barbs deck. We'll see. Pigs opposite lane, so it is the Barbs from Lucas. And Mohamed Light pulling out some Royal Hogs with the Evo Skeletons as his choice of evolution card. So it does take a little longer to get them back around, but this deck should get a Evo Skeleton set or 2 on the board right now, though doesn't need it. Mohamed Light up 17-20 to 25-95. Dual lane damage for Lucas early, but the big blow landed on the right-hand side in our first minute. It is interesting to see which decks are kind of changing and which decks are just incorporating the Evo variation. Right? We have not seen drill barbs be much of a thing. Ever. I can't remember ever seeing drill barbs. Whereas this Royal Hogs deck has been a thing for a long time. Evo Barbs in front of the Magic Archer. Skeletons looking to control. Delivery does shut the push down and get the geometry right to keep the Magic Archer from connecting. And delay on the Golden Knight ability from Lucas ends up with a huge connection. Now Magic Archer going to get the lineup here, and Lucas roars into the lead. Very, very well timed by the only back-to-back monthly final winner without a coach. And interesting, you see the Barbs play instead of the Goblins play here against the Piggies, and Mo tries to predict the Goblins with the Earthquake, doesn't get them, and now we see the first Evo Skeletons, and they are stacking up for sure. And that's good separation here from Mohamed Light. The NATO still takes care of Skeletons, so NATO Barb Barrel Magic Archer should mean those Evo Skeletons, I mean, also add in the Golden Knight and the Skeleton Dragons. Evo Skeletons shouldn't be that much more scary than classic Skeletons. But of course, they do their damage. 1085 to 1042. EQ giving a little bit more to the lead for Mohamed Light. Barb Barrel out does turn the Archer Queen away. But a 205 hit point lead right now for Mo is no joke. Oh, the Golden Knight gets away somehow. That was a crazy moment for the Golden Knight to get away and get that damage, and that's going to be game number 1 for Lucas. Was it the Magic Archer? I was looking down and kind of going, oh, that's Golden Knight's not going to do anything. I was looking down near the tower as the setup was there. But that Golden Knight felt like the old school Golden Knight, the distance it went. I don't know if we're going to see Hog Rider from Mohamed Light. NATO being out would open that up. Would also open up Miner. And in some ways opens up the Royal Giant, although no true tank killers played by Lucas in that one. And so it is Royal Giant for Mohamed Light, unless he is somehow going with the Graveyard. And certainly happy to have the Lightning up against the Archer Queen. For Lucas, the question is, can he find ways to bait out the Barb Barrel so that the Evo Skellies can actually be effective? And so far, I'm not seeing another target for that Barb Barrel. Mortar is nice here, because Barb Barrel does want to get on the Mortar. Good reflection there by Mo. And now Mortar out of cycle for the RG. Evo Skeletons, not Evo, just regular Skeletons, Barb Barrel comes in, cleans them off. That Mortar may be a tad aggressive here, being against Royal Giant. Knowing that the Mortar is such a key factor in shutting down those Royal Giant pushes. Let's see if Lucas does throw a Miner alongside this. No real way to activate against the Miner. And this time, Lucas wisely going defensive on the Mortar, and here goes the Evo RG. So what is going to be Lucas's plan? He cycles on the side of Skeletons, which is good for him. Right, going to try to get back to the Evo Skeletons, but can he really bait out the Barb Barrel? And that, I just don't see how he's going to do it. Snowball for damage, bats on, Evo Skeletons in, Electro Spirit. But Electro Spirit generates some more Evo Skeletons, interestingly. So Evo RG handled, second RG down, and this is what we saw in a previous matchup. The Evo RG sort of making room for the Classic, almost acting as a tank for the regular RG. But now that we're in the late stages, this Royal Giant is just nasty. Just nasty. I don't think there's anything Lucas can do here. I don't think Lucas thinks there's anything that he can do here. That's going to be a GG well played. Opting to go with no tank killers is Lucas, and ends up paying for it big time. So here we go. Game number 3. We've seen Skellies and RG. You got to imagine that there's maybe a Firecracker deck on deck for both of these two players. Lucas might have been running Fireball on that last deck. It looks like Lucas is going to be going RG here into Lava Barbs. And this is just pure aggression. Pure aggression from Mohamed Light. And what's the big spell situation? It might be Lightning, as I suspect he had Fireball in the last deck. Either way, able to hold off nicely. Mohamed Light does get the initial damage, though. Neither player showing any Evos yet. Suspecting Royal Giant from Lucas, obviously, and Barbs from Lava Hound. Is Lava Miner Barbs back because of Barb's Evo? And there we go, Fireball on. Not a prediction, though, so not able to get as much as he would have liked out of that one. And now, of course, with the Fireball out of cycle, Skeleton Dragons come right behind the Lava Hound. Zappies to control. Can he tank something for the Zappies? And Mother Witch doesn't do its job. Oh, disaster has struck. Does not get the Skeleton Dragon off, and just like that, tower is decimated. And I don't know if there's any way. He does have the Evo RG available. But with the Inferno Dragon, I just don't think Lucas has any way of getting this one back, and I think he's throwing in the towel in set number 1. Yeah, we're just... Oh, never mind. So he does set up. You know, that was a lot of elixir leaked for a guy who's going to try to play this one out. I don't know what that was. I don't think he's playing this one out. Lucas just going to have to reset and hope for a better situation in our second set. GG, well played. Mohamed Light comes from behind nicely. Lava Miner Barbs is back, folks. Back in a big way. Let's see what kind of changes they make here for set number 2. Does Mohamed Light switch things up, or does he just go the same direction? A zap from Lucas. Very interesting. Zap may be one of the most underused spells in competitive right now. I need to go look at the use rates, but through the floor for Zap. So maybe Lava here. Maybe Minor Loon for Lucas. Zap is fascinating. So Barb's making it feel more and more like Barb's plus Zap. You got to think that maybe we are going in that direction. Minor, Mighty Minor. So an interesting Minor Wall Breakers variation out of Mohamed Light, and a big connection to kick things off. King Tower activation will be important. I'm very curious to see this choice going Firecracker with Minor Wall Breakers. King Tower certainly impactful in against a Minor deck for sure, and certainly against Minor Wall Breakers. But not concerned about it is Mohamed Light. And Lucas opts to eat the damage and just lava up into the same lane. So is he playing Minor with this? The Zap would make you feel that way. And going Lava Loon with Zap. Gets the bats off. Evo Firecracker plus Spears will be real damaging for that Loon. Not going to do much. And sacking Tower is Lucas. But now going to stack behind the Lava Hound and try to see if he can overwhelm in this right-hand lane. Bomb Tower will do lots of good cleanup. Firecracker will help that as well. Fireball for the Firecracker. Wall Breaker's Kite. And now the Loon is in. What can Lucas do against the Bomb Tower that's inevitably coming? Zap not needed here as the Phoenix does its job, and what a push from Lucas. What a push from Lucas. Bomb Tower, I believe, was out of cycle. And now we are in a fascinating situation here. Fireball key here for Lucas against the evolved Firecracker when it does come out. But now he cannot take the same kind of damage and just does. Takes 2 Wall Breakers, now 2 Firecrackers down. Fireball gets onto the Evode. And now Evode Barbs in the pocket for Lucas. But they have to go all the way back around because the Spear Goblin on the other side was still alive. I feel like Benny Hill music needed for where those Barbarians went. Lucas has to stop these Wall Breakers. Now does go ahead with the Tombstone here. Mohamed Light really in control. We know how quickly they can get out of control against Lava Hound. But for the moment, things looking good. Zap to clear. Phoenix Egg will take things down, and that's going to be really nice for Lucas there. The King Tower taking care of the pocket Wall Breakers alongside the Skeleton Dragons. Good bomb there to clear all of that off. Zap maybe going to come high here. Fireball goes low, and there's an Evo Firecracker high. So now Lucas has to do something different against this Evo Firecracker. Drops his barbs, Wall Breakers in the pocket. Tombstone does catch. And the Skeletons protect that tower, but man, damage in 6-11 to 1954. Mohamed putting it to Lucas. Still does have to be careful. If he does not have the killing blow ready, then this could turn on him in a heartbeat. This feels so chaotic with the amount of stuff that Mohamed Light has on the board right now. Miner goes to the left-hand side. Wall breakers in the pocket, and Lucas knows he's caught. Nothing here for that. GG, well played. Game number 1 to Mohamed Light. What an interesting game. What a fascinating game. Lucas able to get back into it, but just stretched a little bit too thin. And Mohamed Light able to create chaos, use the mighty Miner Bomb, use the Bomb Tower, use the Firecracker. And then, of course, those spears. That one spear across the bridge was huge. Here we go, game number 2. Fireball and arrows both gone for Lucas. And it might be an RG mirror match here. Not much in the way of spells used by Mohamed Light. Now, Archer Queen's an interesting wrinkle in this deck here from Lucas. Lightning to get some of that off. This is a little faster cycle. Maybe Lucas going for a faster cycle variation of Royal Giant. Notice the use of the skeletons here. So Lucas not planning to use Evo skeletons anywhere. Does Lucas have a tank killer for this Royal Giant? So fast cycle RG is the call for Lucas. Not happy to see that lightning given the Archer Queen being his champion here. But the big question on both sides is how do you kill these Royal Giants, especially the Evo'd ones when they come through? And so far, not seeing a phenomenal method on either side. So as we go into our final 20 seconds of single elixir, Mohamed Light going to go ahead and Evo up with the RG to the right-hand lane. Lucas is putting soft pressure on the left-hand lane. And now Lucas going bridge. Wow, Lucas going right at the bridge here. Fisherman behind. Does he have any way to clear out... I guess he has some way to clear out those goblins a little bit. The Evo RG doing its thing. But this RG from Mohamed Light is going to be a huge problem. An absolutely massive problem. But interesting, the hover mechanic keeps the ghost from being knocked away, and Lucas sees that this is a huge problem. Evo RG down, second RG in. I am honestly a little surprised at how today we've seen so many people not really thinking about the Evo RG as such a primary issue, right? Just going with kind of some very normal Royal Giant defenses and not thinking about extra tank killers because of how powerful those are. And Evo RG in the pocket, nothing you can do about this. You can try to maybe put a fisherman across the bridge and pull it away, but we've seen throughout this event people not taking the Evo RG. I think we're going to see in CRL a lot of people preparing for evolution for Evo to RG specifically and having to make sure all 4 decks have something for it.